Hi guys, Laura here from Gamespot. I'm sitting down with Matsuyama-san, the producer, and Kimura-san, the director of Metal Gear Solid Rising. Thanks for joining us. Details on the story have been pretty scarce and there's been a lot of rumours about it. So can you shed any more details on what the storyline of Metal Gear Solid Rising will be like?
There's one rumor about some characters in the past Metal Gear Solid series will be coming out in MGS Rising. I can't tell you who they are at this stage, but I could confirm the number. It's not just one person or one character. There'll be maybe not so many, but there'll be several characters that you know of from the MGS franchise that will make a return in MGS Rising.
Now, as you just said, there'll be more focus on action in Rising, but there's also a stealth component. Are we talking the same kind of stealth as Snake, or are we talking a different kind of stealth?
It'll be different stealth than the stealth that you know from the past MGS series. The reasoning of hiding, for instance, is you were trying to just hide so that the enemies will go away. You know, this kind of stealth I think will not be seen so much in MGS Rising. The concept of MGS Rising has the Zandatsu concept. Zan means to cut and Datsu means to take. But in order to live this concept, you're not going to hide anymore. It's more like an active stealth. You're going to hunt because you need the energy from the enemy, but you need not to get spotted from the enemy. So that's another aspect of stealth. So we call it the hunting stealth. Raiden, as a cyborg, he has much more different abilities than Snake, and he has this super, powerful cyborg body, which I want to show everyone that he'll do incredible things, even though he's hiding from the enemy and jumping around. He will be actively stealthy in a way, but more active stealthy in a way. And I want to make it, clear in MGS Rising that when you play, you'll have a fun time, even this hunting stealth.
So this morning at Microsoft's press conference, you decided to show a demo of the watermelon cutting. So I guess why did you pick that one to show off?
At E3, when we showed the first trailer of it, there was at the very ending the cutting of the watermelon sequence. However, at Tokyo Game Show, for various reasons, we kind of cut that part out in the trailer that we show at Tokyo Game Show. So when people asked us to do a tech demo, we thought that it would make sense so that people feel connected after the E3 demo, and we'll explain our concept as well. So, that's why I selected that scene.
Can you quickly just take us through the game mechanics of the actual cutting control? Because in that demo we saw that players will be able to cut through at different angles, represented by a blue arc on the screen. How will the physics in the game allow for that to work?
I can't really talk about the controls because we haven't ironed out everything yet, but we pretty are close to fixing and concreting how the control mechanism will work on the controller. Now, how it works is that screen shows almost everything. It's a matter of where you aim and how you aim and which angle you want to cut. The blue arc, as you picked up, it represent which cutting plane, and the red line shows the actual cutting movement. At sometimes, at a point in the game, there are things that you cannot cut, so you have to adjust the angle and where you cut, and then make your move on slash. So that's how the mechanism will work.
You've stated that you want this game to be for a wider audience. Do you believe that more Japanese developers should be focusing on making games that appeal to both the Western market and the Japanese market? And do you think there is value in doing this?
It's clearly a fact that there are territories and market outside of Japan which are much bigger. So I believe it makes sense to always think about the market other than Japan for the Japanese creators as well. I talk to creators and Japanese creators, and there are actually a lot of people who are thinking, more globally and trying to look at the, market outside of Japan. But at the same time, what I try to think important is that we always have to think, what can a Japanese creator create that the Western creators cannot create? That will always be the key to us. So I'll keep asking myself about this as well. I agree partly what Matsuyama-san said, and I disagree kind of in a way what Matsuyama-san said as well. Like from my point of view as a director on the technical side, technical enhancements and also the management side within the team, I think we have to really learn from our American and European publishers because we think that aspect is way behind. kind of talking about my team as well, we have to be more efficient. We have to really think about how we make the project more efficient or more productive, like the US and Europe team. Concerning how we make the product or the title, I agree with Matsuyama-san that we have to think about what Japanese creators are good at and what can we do. If we just copy what US creators and European creators do, we think that we could just come up with the same thing, and we don't want to do that. We want to, wow people saying that, oh, this was only possible from a Japanese creator, and that's one of my goals too.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and make sure you check out Gamespot for more information on Metal Gear Solid Rising and an upcoming release date.